Hello, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out a very interesting new Kickstarter flashlight, EDC flashlight here. This one should have some very interesting features unlike any other flashlight we've seen before. It is the LoopGear LoopDot. So this should be interesting. Of course, I'll have this one linked down below, just like every other product you see in this video as well. It is available on Kickstarter right now as of, I think, August 12th or so. So I'm posting this one just a few days after, but let's go ahead and find out what this one here is all about together, shall we? With a little very Apple, sort of unboxing experience, if you would. And let's see. If you're ready, I'm ready. We got the Design by LoopGear, right, user manual right here. We'll keep that handy. And man, oh man, here it is. Oh man, it kind of looks like very, very premium. Right, small form factor flashlight there. We'll get to that in a second. We got a wiping cloth there. We have a charging USB-A to USB-C. And we have, it looks like a very nice carrying case right here. Kind of like rubber, but plastic at the same time. Feels premium. Allows me for a button press right there. And the lanyard right there with a nice orange. And the LoopGear brand going on there. That's looking pretty tight. I do believe they sent me also a one that has a pocket clip. We'll see that one in a second as well. We'll test this all in a moment. But if you're ready, here we go. All right, let's go ahead and take it out. For the first time, the Loop Dot by LoopGear. Let's zoom in a bit so you guys can see a bit more of the detail. It's actually very small here. Obviously very easy, very packable. Take that off. Here we go. LoopGear in the back. We have a little lens here covering the front. Peel that off as well. And man, oh man. All right. I'm really curious about what this is all about. I do hear they have an RGB screen with many different colors and options and things like that going on here in the front based on some pictures I've seen. So we got this button up here and we got the charging happening down here, USB-C. A little bit of a fidget dial right here. Absolutely digging that. It can turn into a fidget toy. So yeah, that that right there has got me sold already. Digging that quite a bit. I'm sure that has a little bit, perhaps, we'll see in a second, some sort of UI functionality of sorts. But here we go. Button press. And here we go. We got the two different modes. So that one is floodlight going on. So there's a floodlight and there is a... Oh, and it vibrates too. Hold on. I'm turning this here. And, oh, it's getting bright. It's getting brighter. It's getting brighter and it's vibrating at the same time. I know you guys can't see the vibrations through the screen, but look at that. It's actually getting pretty bright here as we go. I think we reached the max there, right? That's pretty bright. And we'll do a little dark test in a moment here. I'll turn off some of the lights so you guys can see it in action. But that is one of the two modes. Obviously, if we go the opposite way, we can dim it down a bit. Absolutely dig the not only the clicky noise, but then probably hear that. All right, it is actually vibrating as I dial it down, as I dial it up. The white light is the spotlight, but I do know there should be maybe two press. All right, we got the strobe going on with double press. All right, so I had to check with the user manual right there. So we have 4 different modes, and that starts right here. So we start with the spotlight. We can turn to go into, there we go. We can turn into floodlight. That's what this one is, floodlight. Then we can go to game mode. Looks like we have 2 games. We have this game mode and then a vibration setting right on here. So those are all the different things we can do. For example, if I want to go with the floodlight now and then I turn it on, should be this orangey, right? Sort of yellowish orangey, right? Nice floodlight. So it's a different color temperature as well, depending on which mode you go with, right? The spotlight is that nice like 6K white, and this one is a little bit more of a lower temperature, like 3K or so. Should say it somewhere on here to be exact. All right, so we'll do a test of this outside, of course, and you can always dial it down, right? Just like with the spotlight, and get pretty dim, or you can go pretty bright. And again, I'm getting both haptic feedback from the vibration and also the clicking. That is pretty neat, very interesting. So say I turn it off, I want to change the mode. Let's try this game mode. What is this game mode all about? So I got a happy face there, We can do different games. Let's try this one. Oh, this is like a liquid. Okay. It's like a liquid going on here, like water, right, with gravity. I'm assuming it has some sort of gyroscope going on there. All right, let's see what this one is about. Okay, nice little screen refresher there. All right, again, this is just featuring some of the different, screen modes that we have. Let's try one more. Let's try this one. All right, this one's full on RGB right here, just going through all the different colors. That's looking pretty nice. Okay, this next one right there. That's a little bit of a party mode going on there for sure. Definitely adds a nice little touch to it, no doubt about it. All right, what about this mode? It's kind of like a heart going on this one. All right, check that out. All right, we got the raindrops. I want to say while we're here, let me get my magnet of truth, right? I want to say it feels like either aluminum or titanium. Future me double check there as far as materials go on this outer shell. And also the screen here looks pretty neat as well. Very nice clean colors and whatnot. Okay, next mode. We did that one, we did that one. Let's try this one. Okay, this one just goes from solid color, right? You can turn the different solid colors as you go. This one's kind of like a torch. Feel like maybe like fire, perhaps. And you can do a long press to turn off, right? Long press to turn off. So here we go. We got the, let me check the vibration settings really quick. You can do 50, 90, low, 80, 60, 01, 11, 21. I think I'm upside down, 16, 17, 20. Okay, this is the intensity. I can dial back the intensity to 0, right? That will be off, of course. And then I can go the intensity on the vibrations all the way to 20, which feels pretty strong. So I don't know, maybe I'm gonna go happy medium at 10. So now my vibrations are gonna be somewhere in the middle there. So that's good. And a quick glance here for my stats nerds. There you go. A little bit of the brightness on all the different modes. We do have turbo, high, low, and moonlight on both the spotlight and the floodlight. The battery capacity is 600 milliamps. And it looks like you can do quite a bit here. Runtime, right? Depending on what you got going on. Even with the RGB color mixing, it can do over 50 hours. That is insane. Now I got the linear solution right here, so it should be pretty easy to mount this guy on. So it looks like it goes something like this. Very snug right there into the housing. Obviously, it's going to give you a little bit more protection all the way around. It's got the LoopGear branding in the back. And then, yeah, very nice and easy to carry. Throw it in your pocket. Kind of gives you something to pull from the pocket right there. And as far as everything working, right, you still got the power button up here. And you still got everything accessible. So that's pretty neat. Now, I did struggle with this for a minute, trying to take this guy out. So I found the easiest way to remove this guy is to simply put your nails here and pull on the little turning dial, and it comes out right away. As compared to, trying to do it any other way, I definitely was struggling there for a minute. And the other carry solution that they offer is this carry clip case. Right, kind of gives you a nice little pocket clip. Let's see what this one is all about. So pretty much very similar to the lanyard option, except it's funny because you still have the lanyard holes down here. But the big difference, of course, is you now have a clip. So you could mount this to your pocket, right? Just clip it anywhere, right, in order to be able to use it. And as far as loading this guy on here, should be pretty straightforward too. Bottom on first, clip the top. And yeah, you still got the power button a little bit more exposed as you do on the other option. This one has a button as part of the case or what have you. Here the button is exposed, and you can clip this guy whatever you like. Still got access to the charging port in the bottom here. Wonder if there's any sort of magnetism to this one. There we go. It is also a magnet, ladies and gentlemen. In case you were wondering, well, how am I gonna magnetize, or how am I gonna put this guy somewhere to shine some light somewhere? Well, there you go. It is a magnet. There you go. That solves that issue, and you'll be able to, you know, use it, put it somewhere as a magnet that's metallic, of course, or you could just mount it anywhere you can clip it. So you got both of those options. That is pretty neat. And here's a quick rapid fire size comparison here, so you guys can see next to some other EDC flashlights. We got the LoopGear SK03 over to the left, the Wurkkos HD01, Wurkkos TD07 and TD04, and on the right we got Wuben, the E7, the G5, and the X2 Pro. I have content for all these flashlights here in the channel if you guys want to learn more, and they're all linked down below in the description and pinned comments if you guys want to check them out. But yeah, definitely very easy, very pocketable, very easy to carry is what I meant to say. Very small form factor, so definitely has that going for it, no doubt. You can see where it stands next to some of the other bigger counterparts, so definitely has that going for it. And all right, guys, we are out here at night in the backyard, and this is the brightest spotlight that we have here. And of course we can dim it down if you wanted to. We can actually dim it quite a bit, all the way down to the lowest, right, which I can do here on the fence, very close range. But obviously that wouldn't reach that much of a distance unless I start making it brighter and brighter. There we go. I also learned that you could be in a, say, low dim mode and then just double click and it'll bring you to turbo mode right away. So that is a spotlight, which again is the whiter one, right, kind of like a 6000K temperature. And as you can see, it's got quite a bit of reach, right? Check out the trees way over in the distance. Over there, even that tree right there, the big one, right? Up at the trees here and whatnot, right? And then not so much that tree way over there. Well, at least you know there is a tree way over there. But it's a good 150 feet, you know, or so. That is not bad at all. And then we are going to switch over to, not that one, this one. This one is the floodlight. So here we go. So this one is a different temperature. I'm going to double click for the brightest. There we go. And yeah, this one's in that yellowish, orange yellowish. The camera's not going to do it justice, but more or less, probably not so much of a reach. Like, I know there's a tree back there, but it's not illuminated at all. It does illuminate at least what's close in front of you. All right, check it out, that tree over there a little bit. Right, this one is a floodlight. Obviously, it's going to give you a wider range of illumination right in front of you. All right, really powerful little EDC flashlight right there for sure, for the size. You guys be the judge, right? Absolutely, let me know. Same deal with this one. I can make it dim, right? And then I can have it in the lowest possible setting. Take a look at that. We can illuminate something that's really close in front of you. But then I can double tap and make it the brightest, or I could just adjust it whatever brightness I need on the dial right there. So yeah, you guys let me know in the comments, let me know your thoughts, and now back to the video. All right, guys, well, there you have it. This is the new Loop Dot from LoopGear. Very interesting flashlight here, EDC flashlight, up on Kickstarter right now. You can absolutely check this one out. I believe this one is also very affordable, so definitely take a look. I'll have links down below so you guys can check it out if you're interested, just like every other product that you saw in this video. Right, let me know your thoughts on this one. I absolutely would love to hear from you guys, your thoughts. What do you all like about it? So anything you dislike about it? What do you love about it? Definitely give me some feedback in the comments. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.